Welcome back to the beauty section with beauty tips from me. What I'm going to show you today is how to use the Napoleon Purdy Light Patrol Luminizer palette to create highlights on your face. Okay, so at the moment I just have a base of Benefit Shine Control powder on. And you can use whatever you want as a base, a tinted moisturizer or a foundation or anything along those lines. So what I'm going to use to put all the different shades of luminizer on my face with is just a little mini brush with a little soft tip from the Napoleon Purdy Passport set. Okay, so I'm going to start with highlighting with the lightest colour. So yeah, and that's a pink base, and I choose that because I have a yellow base on my skin, more of a yellow tone than a pink tone, so I want to even it out a little bit. So I'm just going to get a bit on the tip of my brush. And I'm going to use it to highlight all the areas that want to be highlighted. So in the tip of your brow bone, top of your cheekbone, and in the corners of your nose, so that you bring out the bits that want to stand out. So your cheekbones, obviously, you want to make them look as high as possible, and you want your nose to look a little bit. Usually, you want your nose to look narrower, unless you have a very narrow nose, and then you'd avoid putting it on the insides here. But by putting it here by your eye, and here, you're making your eyes stand out. Okay, so I'm just go on both sides. But it's just simple, like using a paintbrush, really. And I put some on top of my cheekbones. And it's kind of scary to try and use this at first because it's a cream, so it's a little bit daunting, but you get used to it pretty fast. So just dot it along and make sure, most importantly, is to make sure it's blended in. That's the only thing you really have to be concerned about, is blending. You can see I need to blend that a little bit more. Okay, how does that look? Okay, so we put a little bit more on the inner corners of your eyes so that you don't have black bags, and take it further into your nose if you want to make your nose look narrower. I have a kind of a long nose, so I probably don't want to make mine look too narrow, or just make it look way longer. So just in the corner of your eyes. Gives you kind of an angelly, I'm so innocent look, which is always nice. Not too much, just very subtle is key, especially with shimmer, which essentially this really is. Shimmer is something you have to be quite careful about. People say that when you get to a certain age, maybe you can't wear shimmer anymore. But I mean, I don't think it's anything to do with your age. I think it's really the condition of your skin. If you have crepey, kind of dehydrated, dry skin, aside from drinking more water and using a hydrating face cream, you probably want to avoid shimmer because it'll get caught in all the creases. But you probably don't have that, so. Okay, so we've highlighted. Now I'm going to take I'm going to start off, I'm going to actually mix these two together, the brown and the red, and use them together as like a bronzer slash blusher. So I'm just going to go nuts with my little palette. Take one, mix it into the other one, mix them a bit, There's no rules to say you can't do anything, so just go crazy. And I'm going to take it underneath my cheekbone here. And a little bit onto my cheekbone because I used a bit of pink. So we want to get that a little bit onto the cheek. It's really all about experimenting and just, yeah. Start off easy and you can always add. It's a little bit harder to take it away. But adding is pretty easy. So just create a nice little apple of your cheek, a nice little bone there to work with. Now for the other side, I hope that I get the colour the same. If not, I can always add. It's no big deal. Okay. And underneath, start underneath. Move a little bit onto the cheek. Use your brush to blend. Oh, I think I've got a little bit too much pink on the side. Oopsie. Oh well, I'll show you how to get rid of that. Just keep on blending. Keep on blending. Now, the real key, as you can see, I've got lights coming in on this side of my face. I probably should be facing this way, so I have the light coming evenly onto both sides of my face. So I'm going to take it over here so that we can check that everything is matching. Because from here I kind of feel like I've got a little bit too much on one side, but we'll see. Now, we also want to put a little bit of the darker mix that I just made over here. Just right here on top of your lip to kind of, well, actually on your lip, not here where you look like you have a moustache, but you could use it as a lip balm for a bit of colour. This Napoleon thing is, I might actually go for just this pink one on my lip. This one. No, this one. Yeah. So, create a little bit of shimmer. Not too much. We're going for subtle, remember. It just brings everything together quite nicely. And actually, you want to put it up here as the highlight. I missed that before, so I'm just going to get rid of using my nice hand as a palette brush, a brush cleaning palette. I'm going to take the light one, again the pinky one, with a pink base. If you've got pink tone in your skin, you want to use a more yellow base, so go for this one. I'm going to go for the pink one. I'm just going to put a dab of it on the crest of my lip. Blending, blending, blending. But just to make my lips stand out a little bit more. And you can put it underneath as well. Right up against the line. You don't even want to actually be able to see it. It's just something that it'll catch in a certain light and it'll look amazing. Okay, so now I just want to come over to where we have light on my whole face and just check that it's all good. Hopefully it is, because I don't actually have a mirror behind me anymore, so I'm just going to have to go with that. I think it's okay. And yeah, I hope that was easy enough for you to follow, and you can try doing some highlighting with the Napoleon palette yourself. And I'm sure there are other brands out there that do this, have the same kind of thing, but I've just got the Napoleon one, so I thought I'd show you with that. Yeah, so have fun with it, and I'll see you again next week.